All right. How we going, everyone? Welcome back to the stable. Weekly update video. I know, I know. I said I was done last week, but we've only made 4 changes. All right, so it's a bit better than the 7, 7, 8, and 7. And majority, 3 of these are just rookie swaps. I do feel really settled at the moment. Really, really settled. The Origin just kind of put a little hiccup into things. So let me get this big for so speak. Yeah, Ruck's a little bit stressed. And as you can see, I did trade Jackson out, and we'll get to that. I'm not a fan of the mid. I'm not a fan of the mid roll. He has to be Ruck. And this bloke at Fremantle is going to play Cox Ruck, even though Darcy's injured. I can tell, I can feel it. At 611k, I can't justify getting Jackson as a mid. Like, he looked decent in football terms, but for Supercoach, it just wasn't on. It wasn't on for me. At 611 anyway. So he's gone, and we'll get to him. But I'll knock out my little swaps. I went Farrow down to Lindsay in defence for cash. And like, Farrow's gone quiet again. But like, there was so much talk on Farrow before, and now he's got a bit quiet. And he was 160k, so he has to be firing for me to have him. But in Lindsay, everyone still has Lindsay, so there has to be something there. Again, it is real quiet on Lindsay. There's like, I'm not sure he starts at the start of round 1. So if there's one person here that I'm thinking about still swapping around, it is Lindsay, because I'm not too sure about him. But he's back in because we made about 40k going down from Farrow. Now, what was this last one? I went... Okay, so as you can see, Reedy is in my forward line, forward bench, because I traded Lombard out for the new talk of the town, Lachlan McAndrew. Apparently, he is running Riley O'Brien into the ground. Now, people still think Nix is going to pick his old faithful in Rob. But there is a bit of murmur that even if he does, this dude might take the mantle quick. 119, I don't mind sitting him on my R3. Yeah, the talk is he's going nanas in training. So, and I can keep Reedy. You can move Reedy to forward. And Lombard, it was another one. Like, Lombard's going to be good. But I think he's going to be exactly like Kako. And Kako last year, I think, what did he make? 70 grand? It was 50s every week. And then you'd get the occasional 30. You'd get the spot of 70. But it was just 50s every week. And I think he got the highest he hit was like 220. And if you missed it, he went back down to like 190, 180. I just think Lombard's going to be the same. And I want more than that return. So, I think Reedy, if he plays, definitely gets more than that return. If they give him the ruck, you're just around the ball too much. And yeah, McAndrew in my R3. This other one, all right. So we'll go the mid. I swapped to Schulenberg, didn't last long. Schulenberg I brought in last week, he's gone. Right? I wasn't confident in him anyway. But there is some mail circulating that Jack Carroll is taking up Nasiah Wanganeen Miller's spot in the back line next to Sinclair. Bizarre. I don't even know if I can buy. His ownership's already up to 9%. People are getting some mail. But the talk is, because Sinclair and NAS kind of did it together last year, to think they're just going to go completely Sinclair, they're probably not going to change the structure that much, because NAS, there's even talk NAS is going to go full forward in mid. That's apparently his rotation. I'm hearing now he's not going to really touch half-back. So if that's the case, they do kind of need another one to support Sinclair. And the talk is it's Jack Carroll. 119. If he has that role, I don't think anyone saw this coming. But if he has that role, you got to get him. You got to have him. Now, I need to see a proper preseason hit out where he's in this role, but I'm bringing him in for now because I wasn't confident. I wasn't comfortable with Schoenberg anyway. It's too good of news, too good of mail. It's almost too good to be true. No one saw Jack Carroll. I'm ready. I'm ready to see it. So he's in. Now we get to the one big change I did this week. One big change, and that is Luke Jackson. As I said at the start of the video, was not a fan of the mid. He needs to be ruck. If he's first ruck, he's in my team. I think he's in everyone's team. If he's first ruck, he's a unicorn, and this dingbat will play any other ruckman he has in ruck over him. It does my head in. It does my skull in. It does. More than half of the squads in the league would do anything for this kind of ruckman. And this bloke has him, and he plays anyone else in ruck. I could be here. I can't get my head around it, right? And it annoys me to think about it. But he's gone, all right? Because he's playing midfield. He's gone. Now, I initially went Grundy. I think I was trying to be a bit clever, right? Because Xerri's ownership is so high. I was trying to be a bit clever, but I was talking to my fellow stallion in the Thompson, and he put a good case forward about Xerri's run. And when I looked, not just Xerri, but North Melbourne's run, like, man, they should make 10th. They should make play-in. Their run is ridiculous. Their double ups at the bottom 4, basically, besides them, which it should be, right? Because they've been down the bottom for a long time. But their list is better than down there. So there's questions on Clarko for me now. But we leave that to the side. His run, you almost can't ignore it. Even if rucks get hit a little bit, which once we saw Origin, it didn't look like there was much of a difference. There wasn't many, right? There was at the centre bounces, the jump in and that a bit, but like, it's not going to impact him that much. You're paying $687. He's the only one I'm paying up for, really. I'm paying up for Butters as well. But yeah, I think you could get him like $650. Like, even though he's got this crazy run, he'll have a couple of downers, right? But like, if you don't have him, in this first 10 rounds, he could score 3 180s. Honestly. I'm back on board. My very first video on the channel, I said he's the biggest set and forget you can do, and I traded him the next week. I was going back then I was real mid-price mayhem, whereas now I feel like I'm very guns and rookies. I've got a couple of mids, but more guns and rookies. But yeah, I made the money from Faro, and I had a little bit of money in the bank from last week. So Tristan Xerri's in, and now I only have 1.9 grand left. So I'm almost on the money. If I go save my team so I can sub them on, because we're not going to be starting McAndrew, right? Now, TDK survived. I'm still quite red hot on TDK. I'm quite red. Can I quickly see what TDK's ownership is? 13%. I feel like that's gone down, but I'm still quite red hot on TDK. I think there's another story that, just like McAndrew, which is the big shock, is running over Rob. There's a bit of a story that TDK's smashing Marshall in training. Now, is Marshall silking it up because he didn't get to Geelong? You don't think so? From judging from the outside, he doesn't look like that player. Maybe he's just... I think Marshall have to be 32. And rucks can get old in footy quick. They can get old in footy quick. Like, Gorn's an anomaly, right? He just keeps backing it up. And he is an option. He is an option if you don't want to go Xerri. But Xerri's run's way better. But yeah. TDK held his spot. And there's my 4 changes. And I'm going to say it again, I'm done. Well, Lindsay's a bit stressful. I And why does Marshall have an injury? Have I missed something? Hold on. Why does he have a little Achilles? Are we going to do a live one right now? Who can I? All right. Achilles. I'll be honest, even though he has kickouts, I've gone a bit cold on him. I'm not going to lie. I only have 140k. Oh, could you go Harrison for Collingwood? The talk is he's going to play. But it's again just going to be a Kako situation. I'm pretty sure he might be really good football, but Supercoach wise, it's going to translate to 50 score, and he's going to do nothing with the money. This Fred Rodriguez, I've heard a couple of things about. This 99k Fred Rodriguez. We can always mess with this a bit. Put Rochelle into the forward line. Let's do this quickly. Rochelle into the forward line. Why can't I do it? I'll put Fred Rodriguez there first. Put Rochelle in, and now I'll trade Fred Rodriguez out. Now we can go anyone. Who are the most owned that I don't have, just to get it? Why do people still have Sid Draper? What was his groin soreness? Maybe it's not that bad. I don't think he starts round 1 though. So, see, a lot of these are injured. Kalani, a lot of them are injured. Could we bring Lombard straight back in? Honestly, Schuenberg. This Doveston I've heard's almost a shoo-in. But again, small forwards could just be a Kako situation. I'm not really chasing the Kako situation. But wait, look, play last year. That's a pro. I can't remember that. Might have to be Harvey Harrison. Or if this Fred Rodriguez is a shoo-in to play, there is talk he's going to play. But I think Harvey Harrison is 100%. Ty Gallop is 130k. But that's probably just my Brisbane side wanting to pick him. Nicholas Driscoll. That can't be... Nah, O'Driscoll. Nah. Yeah, look, we're probably going to... Prindable played in the A-team in the sim for the second half the other day. And he's a mid. This will help me. Let's go DDP. If he's sitting in the flex, I need a bit of DDP. I like Rochelle in the flex. I know it doesn't really matter, but there's nothing. There's nothing. I'd have to shuffle so much. What could I shuffle? Oh, we're doing this on the cuff here a bit. I think for now I'm going to put Harvey Harrison in, even though he's not DDP, because he's the most sure thing at the moment to play. If I could get back to Jacob Farrer, I would, but Finlay McRae I don't think is going to play. 40% of people own him. I don't think Finlay McRae is going to play. I think Robertson gets in over him. Schuenberg will get in over him. Yeah, I don't. I think people want to cool it a bit on Finlay McRae. I could be wrong. All right, let's get Harvey Harrison for now, because I just think that's my only option, which I'm not chuffed. Or Lombard. Lombard's going to play. Lombard's back in. He's back. All right, he's back. Lombard's back in. There we go. I know we just went on a spiel about Lombard, but he's back in. So there's me changes. I'm happy. Kind of. That end there, Todd Marshall. Achilles, you don't want to mess about. Achilles, man, that's a shame. He cannot get a run on Toddy Marsh. But anyway, that's the team, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.